The Scrum framework has the following roles: product owners, who represent the multiple stakeholders and the clients, and they have access to the funding and develops the initial requirements and owns the product backlog. Developers. These are the team of developers or cross-functional team members and subject matter experts who deliver the increments of a deliverable product. The team is in charge of self-management, choosing who is doing what, and the developing of the actual increment. The Scrum Master facilitates Scrums and helps the team remove impediments. The Scrum Master coaches the team on the Scrum framework, helps the product owner, and acts as a protective shell for the team and removes conflict. It should be noted that while the Scrum Master and the product owner could be the same person, most of the Agile practitioner gurus do not recommend joining the roles. The Scrum Master is a facilitator who coaches the team on Agile methodology. The Scrum Master is a servant leader, a type of leader who brings bread and water to the team, looks after the team, and protects them. The Scrum Master is responsible for, in part, sprint planning, in full the scheduling of the daily Scrum meeting, managing the Scrum process responsibly, coaching the Scrum teams to follow Scrum practices, removing barriers so the team can focus on their work, assisting with the product backlog creation and prioritization, assisting with the product owner in designing product backlog items for the next sprint, protecting the team from distraction, guiding the product owner on the product, helps teams to speed up the processes, monitors the sprint progress, promotes team discussions, motivates the team. The product owner in Agile is the leader who is accountable for maximizing the value of the product. They work with the clients to investigate business needs and propose solutions to the client. A product owner is ultimately accountable for delivering a product to the customer's satisfaction. The key responsibilities are defining the vision, where they are using their high-level perspective to define goals and create a vision for product developments. Product backlog management, where they refine the backlog, which is a collection of user stories or features or requirements of the product. The product owner is responsible for prioritizing the backlog. In other words, they need to balance the iron triangle of scope, budget, and time, and weighing the priorities according to the needs and objectives of the stakeholders. Overseeing development stages. With the vision, strategy, and product priority set, the product owner spends a significant amount of time interacting with the development team in the actual development of the product. The successful product owner will be an expert at understanding the client's needs and guiding the team, aligning the priorities with the value and the needs. The product owner is a primary communicator and link between the stakeholders and the team. Evaluating product increments at each iteration. The product owner is accountable for each stage of the development process and the final product. In Agile and the Scrum framework, the product owner is the owner of the product. They contain the vision, they have the authority, and the accountability. The product owner needs the authority to make decisions. Without it, the team is not complete. The Scrum framework does have artifacts. The product backlog is a list of product requirements and is often never complete and evolves throughout the project. Story cards, also known as user stories, is an item on the product backlog, and it is the smallest unit of work in an Agile framework. User stories are often expressed in a simple sentence structured like this. As a persona, I want to, so that. Breaking this down, as a persona, who are we building this for? We're not just after a job title, but the user who will need to interact with the product. The wants to part of this syntax is what a persona would want to achieve or do. The so that portion of the syntax is about how their immediate desire to do something fits into the bigger picture. What's the overall benefit they're trying to achieve? What is the big problem they're trying to solve? Sprint or release backlogs are a list of items for each sprint that's going to be executed. Typically, sprint backlog is frozen for changes until the sprint is complete. The release backlog is evolving as a team can add or remove items to rearrange or reassign the items during the next sprint planning. Burn down chart is a plot of the hours remaining work in the sprint backlog against time. and it is a tool to visualize and analyze the progress of the team in achieving the sprint goals.